Okay, this is block pressing day 2. We started the day with 100 blocks. I'm talking stabilized here from yesterday. Yesterday was our training day. Today is kind of our first day of production. And each one of these pallets, well, a full pallet, 7 layers, is theoretically 210 blocks, depending on the shape of the block. If it's a 4-inch block, we get 30 on each layer. And we have right here 3 pallets. This last one is missing most from the top layer because the machine malfunctioned. So let's take a look at that. So anyway, we've got 600 block out of 2 days. So that's less than half of what I was hoping to get today. So let's take a look here. I don't know if I went over this yesterday. I screwed a board in here, so drilled a couple holes and screwed that plank in. So we have a guy standing up there clearing jams out of the hopper, because it does tend to build up on the sides. So we just have a guy up there who receives, but we don't have a front end loader, so he receives buckets and dumps them in the hopper and keeps the hopper from, there's been 0 bridging. The material is at perfect moisture content, so there's been 0 bridging. So let's take a look at what's going on here. So if we are, okay, listen to that. I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm going to alternate left and right. I'm pressing the buttons and I'm not getting anything. And actually there is power to it. So we have an issue. I think it's the coils. So what I noticed is, I believe it's this Power Valve USA valve is the actual problem. If you look at those overheating marks, we may have burnt this thing out. So I tried swapping the coil top and bottom and that didn't seem to change anything. Unfortunately these 2 valves are different and the coils aren't, but I mean I ohmed out the coils and they looked fine. They were both right on 5 ohms on my meter. So that's probably not the issue. So what I'm going to try, we do have backup valves, lower flow, but I'm just going to try swapping them, see if that changes the symptoms. I looked at the wiring, it's all good. Low voltage, 10 volts on a 12.7 volt system. Battery's doing great. Battery is fully charged after a full day of use. Well, not a full day, but... So our bottleneck right now is mixing. And I think that I think my team just needs a little bit more practice. But the space has really transformed with all the movement of material and stuff. It's really getting to be actually a pretty solid workspace. And after making 600 block, we're almost out of water. So figure 55 gallons for, and that's with wet sand. So over here what we've been doing is, our workflow today was 2 to 3 people here filtering sand. The sand is hard to filter right now because of its moisture content. And then taking the sand here, we bring our new workflow to improve the quality of the stabilized block is we start with 2 wheelbarrows of sand on the ground. We bring out our cement sack, open it up, mix it with the sand. And since the sand's a little bit wet, that gives a little bit of hydration to the cement. The next thing that happens is we bring out our 2 wheelbarrows of clay. And the way that they've started doing it is they they're not doing the 3-pile system. They are making piles and moving piles, but they're kind of like moving back and forth. And because it's better to remain right here, we've found if you start heading that way, there's a chance you're going to get rained on. And we do have rain showers that come through, and we just keep working. So they alternate between spreading it flat. Whenever they add something, they spread it all flat, dump it out, and then build up a pile, and then move that pile. And then they'll kind of pile it up right here. They'll have a big pile of maybe 2 cement bags worth of material. And in order to save some money and to make the measurements easier, I've been doing my stabilized block instead of 10% is 8%. And that comes out to be just about 2 wheelbarrows of clay, 2 wheelbarrows of sand. But I've actually been doing like 7/8 clay. So 1 3/4 wheelbarrows of clay and like 2 1/8, 2 1/4. So maybe our content is a little bit higher, but by the book it's 8%. So the only other thing I have to say is, let's see, the machine failed. The way we've been doing, we don't have rollers, so what we do is we mud up this surface, and then we slide. I just kind of airplane the blocks along that mudded up surface, and that's good because it gives it a little bit of water to take in with it into the saran wrap. Okay, that's it for that. Yeah, so let's see, I was talking about workflow a minute ago. 2 to 3 people here doing the sand, and then I had a couple guys working on that in the morning, and then here we have about 4 to 5 guys mixing. So about 8. We had 9 total today. And the 9th guy was, well, we had 3 new guys today, so there was kind of like I was too busy to manage them. So it could have been better, but could have been worse. We got 400 block made, or 500 block made, because we have 600 now and started out with 100. So, not bad. Alrighty.